Hello, everybody. It is Heather. I hope that you are doing fabulous today. For those of you who don't know me or that we may just be becoming friends, I am a soul-centered psychotherapist, a nationally certified counselor and life coach, and I'm also an advocate for safer beauty and holistic living. So I'm trying to change lives one session and one lipstick at a time. And I heard 3 words this morning that it's been hours, but I just cannot stop thinking about them. And they were spoken to me by my coach, Bob. And all day long, I'm always thinking WWBD. What would Bob do? But he said these 3 words this morning, and I'm just keep thinking of them in my head. Keep thinking of them in my head. Hi, Elizabeth, or Nikki. So what he said was, and Krista, hey baby, what Bob said was addition by subtraction. Somebody type that in the comments because, and we got to give Bob credit for this. Addition by subtraction. Now, he was talking about a specific instance. But immediately I just went into this like very introspective place and started thinking like, how does that apply to my entire life? And how can it apply to your entire life? And I realized that I actually started this yesterday. So I made a list of what do I want more of in my life? What do I want more of in my business, right? But in order to get there, we must subtract something else. So yesterday, I actually started by subtracting Facebook friends. I want more relationships. I want more communication and like real relationship. I'm a relationship person. And so what I started doing in order to get that addition is I started subtracting Facebook friends, because over the last 3 or 4 years, I've accepted so many, and many of them, we don't have relationships. And so I started looking at who do I not have relationships with. And not only will that help in addition to building authentic relationship, but if you're into, if you're a tech geek like I am and you're into online marketing, it's going to subtracting Facebook friends that you do not have a relationship with is also very much going to add to your algorithm and your presence on Facebook. If you have got tons of Facebook friends that you're not interacting with, that's literally weighing down the algorithm. So subtraction of all of these Facebook friends, hi Natalie, that I love you, that you just don't interact with, that's going to, once you take some of those away and you start building actual relationships, that's going to support the algorithm. How do you build authentic relationships with new friends that have added you, but they don't really engage? So, Nikki, the first thing I do is if I have a brand new friend, it pops up in your messenger now and it says you and say Nikki are connected. I always reach out and send an authentic message and say, hi Nikki, I'm Heather. I'm so happy to be friends with you. I really look forward to getting to know you and build a relationship. Start a conversation. If you have become a new Facebook friend with someone and they're not engaging with conversation, then I would say move on and find a new friend. I mean, that's not a friend, right? And sometimes you got to give people time and warm it up, right? But anyway, so adding relationships and authentic connection by subtracting kind of dead weight, by subtracting the people that don't want to be your friend. I think it goes against the entire kind of like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like culture, populace of this whole Facebook online marketing world is we have to get to 5,000 friends to be cool. And actually, I don't want to get there. I would much rather have 1,500 friends that are strong, solid relationships and build like a tribe than to have 5,000 people that I don't even know. So I'm subtracting friends. Congrats, you made the cut. Krista, you're still here. I'm just kidding. So here's another thing, okay? I decided I wanted more mindfulness and space in my schedule, in my day, in my brain. Like, I'm by nature very ADD. If you work with me, you know this. At any time, I literally have like 1,800 like things going on in my head at all times. And so that's why I'm such an avid meditator. But I also have, throughout my life, I've always kind of had this theme of learning what is enough. What is enough clients? What is enough, appointments in my day? What is enough clothes? Just you name it, right? What is enough food? And so I've been working on, throughout my years, this whole theme of satiety and knowing that enough can be just like spaciousness. The idea of enough can be like this beautiful, spacious place in your mind during the day. And so I want to add in more time for stillness and more space in my schedule. So what I wrote down, so remember Bob Heilig said addition by subtraction. So what do I need to subtract to do that? And I wrote down digital noise. Okay? So if you have digital noise during the day, drop me your favorite emoji. If your phone is blowing up all day long and you have apps sending you Candy Crush notifications and you're like, where are these even coming from? Drop me your favorite emoji and let's clean it up. Let's subtract all the crap on our phone that we don't even use. Like, I have apps on there that, yes, Katie, yes, hands in the air like you just don't care. So I have so many apps on there that even my boys have put, like, I was looking the other day and I literally had an app called like Kick the Squirrel's Butt or something. And I'm like, what is this? And it's sending me notifications. God bless America, my son had friends over, my teenager, and they, through Alexa, put all of these things on my to-do list that they added them through Alexa. And some of them I cannot even repeat live, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I just have to clean up this digital clutter. Pictures. I have 20,000 pictures on my phone, you guys. How many pictures do you have on your phone? I literally have 20,000. So it's time to clean stuff like that up, because when things are sitting, even if they're 500 books beside you, there's this theory of things not being done. This theory of incompletion, and it literally weighs down your mind. It weighs down all of the creativity in your mind. So it is time to have addition by subtraction. So drop me in the comments, what is one piece of digital noise that you can subtract today in order to have more mindfulness, more space, which then breeds way into creativity and true intention. Hi, Hope. So what about reducing the number of apps? What about reducing the number of notifications? What about putting your phone on Do Not Disturb for a few hours so you can get solid work done in a time block, okay? Because I'm very ADD, I have to block time. So I have every hour accounted for, or I will leave myself and what is most important towards the end after I react to everything else. Does anybody else do this? Give me, like, if you know that if you do not put yourself as your client or your top priority, if you find that you end up being the very last or least most important person in your day and your priorities actually get down to the bottom, drop me a heart. Because this is something to work on. We are our top priority. So here's another thing. More priorities. So remember, Bob said addition via subtraction. Adding priorities, less to-dos. Okay? So I have found that in any given day, because I study myself, okay, I will legit have 50 to-dos. I will get 5 done. What are your top 5? Hi, Sharman. What are your top 5 priorities for this day? Write them down. Ideally, 3 is even great, but what are your top 5 priorities? And something my friend and girl that I've learned so much from, Lindsay Tronalone, she says, have a daily, a DMO, daily method of operation with no more than 6 things. Daily method of operation with no more than 6 things. Maybe it's, so check Voxer, reach out to five people, whatever it is for you, do yoga, but a daily method of operation of 6 things and 6 things only. We have got to prioritize and add more priorities instead of having so much noise. Yes, I love Brian Tracy, absolutely. Is he the one that did Outliers? I'm trying to remember. I have read Brian Tracy, or maybe he's the one that did, there's a beautiful book about habits. And I read that book, and it's all about how our brain forms habits in the form of neural pathways and brain loops. And so we literally have to, the same way we do in therapy, we have to rewire and refire our habits. And we do that by doing something else. We can't not do a thing, but we can do something else instead, okay? I want to add more space in my schedule, as I've already talked about, and in my life. So I've got to reduce physical clutter. So the first thing I did this morning is clean up my office. I did my holiday unboxing in my private group last night, and I had like boxes and things everywhere. And so cleaning up your physical space adds more room in your life for mental space. It also adds more room for joy. We have so many things around us in our lives that don't bring us joy, just via accumulation, or especially if you have kids. I got 3 kids. If kids bring in so much stuff, drop me like a mind being blown or something. Drop me your favorite emoji. If you were children, you look around the house and you're like, how did we even accumulate this? But once you clear it out, you make so much room in your mind to be creative. I have even started doing, there is a beautiful app called PicArt, and you can upload your children's art by name and age and date, and it saves it, and you can print it out at any time or make a book, so that if you have a child that's bringing home 18,000 pieces of paper a day with like 3 squiggly lines drawn on it and you can't throw it away, you can upload it into PicArt. And I've done this for years, so I can go back into that app and look at like even my 15-year-old's 5-year-old art. It's amazing. It clears space, okay? I've talked a lot. I want to hear from you guys, okay? Let this be interactive, because I'm an interactive gal. What is it that you are going to add via subtracting? What is it I want? Because we have to speak things out loud and have accountability partners in order to really move forward and claim and step into what we desire. So what is it you want more of, and what is it you're going to subtract to get it? Speak to me, my friends. Speak to me. And if you're watching the replay, as I know a lot of you do, drop me a replay as you watch this and tell me also. Let's put it out there into the universe. What do you want more of, and what are you going to subtract to get it? What are you going to subtract to get it? Oh, one more thing I wrote down while I'm waiting for your answers is I want more miracle morning. I want more time before going full on into my day to have just time for myself and quiet and God and clearing space and yoga and all of those things. So I need less snooze button. And so like I'm literally going to start putting my phone in my office and just letting that alarm go off and making me get up out of bed. Elizabeth, old grad school textbooks from 2014 that I haven't touched in 4 years. Yes, I have that as well. I have an entire bookshelf of my graduate school textbooks. What are you hoping to add? So you're going to subtract those. What is it going to give you when you subtract those? What is cause and effect? What is it going to give you? Hi, Penny. And so even after I get off here, I would love for you guys to type in the comments, and maybe you need to go reflect and be, introspective about this. What is it that you're going to add to your life by subtracting something else? I would love to hear from you. Less clutter, absolutely. And less clutter physically will give you more more space in your mind. It gives you more room to think. And I know for me, my best creativity comes after I just sit and be. My best creative time when I write, when I can flow, when I really can just touch a life by reaching out or anything. It's after I just sit and be and I reduce that mental noise. So let me know if this brought you some value. Tell me in the comments. Just write the word value if you got value out of this. If Bob's words addition via subtraction, which is the same thing as less is more. I don't know, for some reason that stuck with me a lot more. It's addition via subtraction. Let me know what you're going to add and subtract. Let me know if this brought you value. I'd love for you to join me in my private Facebook group, Therapy with Soul, Wellness with Style. It's an amazing group, and I'm going to be doing some more lives in there as well. So join us, and thank you so much. And if you did get value, thank you so much, Nikki. If you did get value, please feel free to share the video. Maybe somebody else who needs to see it will see it. And I hope you all will take time in your day to create space, to sit and allow yourself to be instead of do. Because yes, Natalie, the miracle morning. Yes, in our conversation the other day, you reminded me of this, of my miracle morning and how important it is for me to have that time. Thank you, Nat. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you, Charmin. Thank you so much. My goal is to add value and help make lives better. And I'm usually sharing what I'm working on in my own life. So I started yesterday by getting rid of some Facebook friends that just weren't communicative or that I did not have a relationship with. When we allow ourselves to put something down, it creates space in our lives for us to bring something even better in. And sometimes even that's people. Sometimes that's difficult, but when we make room, God can bring us even more blessing, not just with friends, but with your algorithm. So thank you guys so much for joining. Share if you definitely got value, share. I hope that you have the most amazing day and that you take time for yourself to remember that you are your first priority. You put your own oxygen mask on first in that airplane before you can help anyone else. So make sure to give yourself some oxygen today. And thank you for joining me. I feel so flattered and honored. It means a lot just to know that you value what I have to say. Thanks, guys.